Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Melissa and I need to go in and reset YNAB. So I haven't been in YNAB for a few days, so I need to go in and tidy things up and also reset from the month of April into the month of May. So let's jump on in. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you for clicking on this video, and I hope that you get some kind of motivation out of this, some kind of encouragement. And by the end of the video, you click subscribe and the like button. I appreciate you. So you guys, let's just jump in and we are going to reset April. So to start out, you can see that there is some money in the ready to assign section, and you can see that there is overspend category. So I have 7 of those, and I have $305.10 in ready to assign. So this was $303 was my tax return from the state. New York State sent me $303, which isn't bad. It's much less than what I expected because, like I mentioned to you guys in another video, I had to change the withholdings because I wasn't getting enough taxes taken out. So 303, I am satisfied with that. That was not money that I had a couple days before. And another thing, at the end of the month, I had to use my credit card. Not had to, but I chose to use my credit card to pay my cell phone bill and my internet bill because I did not want to lose my auto pay discount for my cell phone, and I didn't want to run late on my internet bill. So those are going to have to be covered in the month of May. Secondly, I needed gas, which is the next overspend category here of $50.06. I did go out and get groceries and some household goods the end of the week because the last week of April, the kids were on spring break. They were home, but I needed to get them something to eat because the house, we kind of ate everything that was in the house. So I needed to replenish. I needed to stock up on something. So we ended up going out. It was me and the kids. We ended up going out for groceries and stuff. Next one up is other kids expense. So I bought my little one some 2 pairs of sneakers, and I actually used my famous footwear card. So I did just publish my video with my debt update. So you will see that there is monies on that card that I did charge right at the end of the month that I was unable to pay back right away, but I will be able to do that in the coming months. I'm going to make sure of it. Next up is unexpected spending. So I spent $620. I'm not sure why it's saying $620. It should only be $600, but this money is for the periodontist that I went in. I did mention this before, to take care of your smile, stay up on your health, you guys. It is very important to stay up on your physical health and also your mental health. But I went into the periodontist. I had a deep cleaning, which is a scaling and planing thing that they go, deep below your gum line and do a lot of cleaning. So your dental hygienist doesn't usually do this at your regular dentist office. This is something that a periodontist does. So I went in and got that done. It was $600 for what they did in office. My insurance, they're not in network with my insurance, so I did pay up front, and I'm going to wait for the insurance to reimburse me. So that is also going to roll over into the month of May, because as of right now, I'm unable to pay it, and we're just going to leave it until I can cover that in the coming month. I will hope that they send the money back in the month of May. All right, so that's a lot of chit chat, you guys. So let's just jump in. I am going to go into the overspend category, and I'm going to use this $305.10. So like I said, 303 was my New York State tax return, and the additional $2.10 was interest that I gained on my accounts. So let's put this $303 to work before we go into the month of May. So I'm going to cover the groceries with that $303 to the groceries. Okay, so I have 125 left. I'm gonna cover the household goods that I bought. All right, and I'm also gonna cover the gas. Actually, I'm gonna leave the gas because I have 92 and 34 cents. The other kids' expense is 93 and 37 cents. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it into the other kids' expense just to cut that down. So that is covered. So now I have $1.03 to pay for the other kids' expense and still have the $50 to pay for the gas. But also I have the cell phone and the internet that I need to cover right away in the month of May. It sucks that this is going to roll over, or it already did, to be honest. It sucks that it has to roll over into the month of May because I really wanted to cover this overspending before we get there, but like I said, we can't. And it is on my credit card. We'll deal with it going forward. So now let's jump back to the budget itself. And let's see here. Let's just close this out so we can make it a little bit bigger. So my rent, electric, student loan, one main. I did snooze the target. Car insurance paid. Braces, auto loan. So I did pay my internet and my cell phone. The after school program has not withdrawn their checks. They haven't. There's still $75 that's in this category that's just waiting for them to pull it out because the checks are out there. I don't know, so I'm not messing with this money. I'm going to bypass this Marcus for right now. There is the 93.98. Why is it 98? It shouldn't be. Let's look into what the balance on this card is. Oh, 99.38. Okay, so it is right. Okay, so there's 98 and 34 cents to pay to my Famous Footwear, 274.55 to pay my Capital One number 2 card, and I still have the overspent for gas. So there's $34 here in overspend category because not overspend. I'm so used to seeing the overspend, right? So there's $34 here in the personal spending category, and it ends up I did a return to Walmart for a pants that I bought, and I just put it back into the personal spending. This money needs to go back to my Capital One number 2 card because that is where I return the money to. Okay, so I'm just going to use that and put it up there. And I actually let me think now, because I did already pay that amount. Whatever, we'll leave it there, because what I'm thinking, I did already pay. It was $165 and 23 cents, I think, that I paid at Walmart when I went to go shop. So I did go in and pay back the amount to the card. So as you could see here, I did pay $165 and 23 cents back to Walmart because that was the amount that was charged to the card. So this refund is just something extra that is going to be paid back to the card. All right, so I said I was going to come back to the Marcus. Somehow, this Marcus card has a total of $699.31 in the available to pay column. I don't know why. I don't know how it happened, because I don't have $669 in my account to pay this. I don't know what happened. But we're just going to leave this here and see what happens when it rolls over into the month of May. So we'll leave that there. What I will do though, 75. So I know there's 2 checks out for the amount of $20. So there's 2 checks out. Each is $20. So that's $40. And then there's a $29 check out because we did go on a field trip, and the field trip was $29 for myself, my son, and my little girl to, travel with them and get into this. It was an animal farm, but it had a lot of zoo animals in there. So it wasn't a full zoo, but we were able to see some animals, and the kids were very excited. So it's $29 plus $40. So that's a total of $69. So technically I can take $6 out of here, right? So I am going to send $6 to Ready to Assign. No, not like that. I'm going to send $6 to ready to assign because $69 is what I need to cover. I don't know why I ended up with 75, and this $6 I'm going to put it to cover this $1.30. I'm probably doing everything all ass backwards. Excuse my language, but this is how I know how to do it. So this $4.97, let's put it to sit in the rollover, weekly rollover for now. Because this is technically, you know what, let's put it in the weekly rollover. We just need to get rid of it for right now. I have to go in and see what accounts the interest came in, because I actually want to put it to whatever sinking funds is occupying that account that earned the interest, if you follow. All right, so now let's go in and see. There is 4 overspend category that I can't do anything with. I can't touch them, can't do anything with it. We'll let it sit. I did go in and go over my goals for the month of April. The first goal was to stick to the budgeted amounts, and I did not do that. I didn't do so well with that one, so I'll put an X there. Second was to track all my expenses, and that I did do, so I'll get a check for that one. And the next one up is to say is to pay $3,000 in principal payment, and I think I just missed that goal by a small amount. No, I didn't do that, so that is a fail X, big old X for that one. Anyway, I'm not gonna beat myself up. I came in pretty close. I was like 2,000, I think like 2,000 and some couple hundreds. So that was it for my goals for the month. I have not typed in the goals for the month of May just yet. I can't settle on the 3 that I want to put in, but I will figure that out within the next day or two. All right, so you guys, so that is what I can do for the month here. I could technically take money out of my sinking funds to cover this, but I am not going to. I don't want to deplete my sinking funds for the end of the month, so we'll just leave that be. All right, you guys, so let's just jump into May, and there's a little bit of good news here, so let's just talk about it for right now. So my primary account has some categories coming in. So the IRS did send my federal tax, so let's put in federal taxes for this one. I did get $3,304 in a return. So that's $3,000 that I didn't expect. You know, my accountant had to fight. There was a lot of back and forth trying to figure out how to get the taxes together for the year, but we did good. And you know, the recommendation was to increase my withholdings, which I already did. So my student loan already went out because, like I said, today is the 2nd of the month, and they take that out pretty fast. You notice that? All right, so okay, here we go, you guys. This overspend category here is the Marcus card, and I don't know why it's saying that I'm overspent. I have no idea as to why, but I will figure that out. So let's jump in. I am just gonna, what I had in mind for this money, $3,304, was to, you know, pay off some debts. But the way things are going, you guys, I can't foresee myself doing that. I can't just throw big chunks of money towards debts, because if I do that, you know, ultimately I run out of money and then I have to charge things to my card. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to go through and I'm going to budget these money, even though we haven't gotten paid from our 9 to 5. I am going to go in and I'm going to budget this money into the categories that's going to need it and see how far it stretches. Okay, so first up is my electric. So my electric is actually $104. It went down, so I did good with the usage. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in 104 there, and I'm going to snooze to target just so it doesn't ask for any more money. Okay. All right, next up is my student loan that was already paid. Okay, I didn't talk about the rent because the rent was funded with my last paycheck, so we can bypass that one. Next up is One Main. I do want to put a payment into One Main. I'm going to put $300 because I did have to skip the second half of the month payment at the end of the month of April. I had to skip it because I needed money in other places. So next up is my car insurance. I'm going to put $266 in there. Next up is renter's insurance, and renter's insurance is going to need the full $43.35 because even though I had assigned money in there in the last month, I had to withdraw it because I ended up needing that money. Okay, next up is braces. I can put some money into braces. So this is taking me up to the 25th of the month. Now, mind you, I will get paid on the 10th of May. That's my next pay date. So anything after the 15th will leave for now. What I want to do though is go down to the credit card section and see if we could cover some of these. So Marcus is asking for $40.47. Let's just cover that so I could clear that. I don't know why, but let's just cover that for now. Okay. And I am going to go ahead and put in an additional $40 for now. That would be something of a regular monthly payment. Discover, I'm going to put in $168. That's what I paid last month. Mattress Firm, and Discover is due on the 12th. Mattress Firm is due on the 14th for $67. So let's put that in. Famous Footwear. So I do have the money assigned here to pay from the month of April. So there's not going to be anything due. I just need to make this payment. So next up is Carter's. I don't have anything that's due there. Capital One, number 1. I don't think I want to put anything here right now. This one is due on the 27th. Capital One, number 2 is due on the 28th. My Apple Card, I don't think I want to do anything there just yet. Hold on to that. All right, so now copay and meds. Let's put $50 here. The way things have been going, I need to put some money in there. Credit card interest, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that, during the month when the statements close. Eating out, let's put $30 in here. Extra debt, we won't worry about that for now. Gas and fuel, let's put $100 in gas and fuel for right now. Okay. Giving, we're going to skip that one. Groceries. So it's saying I need $800 for the month. So let's do half. Okay, so let's do half of the groceries. Where did it go? Let's do $400 for groceries. Okay, next up is heating oil. I do have to check the tank. I don't know what's going on with it. We have been doing very well so far for the month. I'm not going to jinx it, but I won't assign anything here just yet because I don't know exactly what it looks like. So household is asking for $200 needed for the month. I'm going to put $100 in. Miscellaneous car expense, we're going to skip that one. Other kids expense, I need to get my little one some clothes. I know that. And I need to get my son's haircut. And I need to get him some shorts. So his shirts are fine, but his shorts are a little tight. So I'm going to let's put $250, not $240, $250 in the other kids expense for now. All right, personal spending. I'm just going to put $50, actually $60 in here. I'm hoping to get a pedicure sometime soon. I still haven't gotten that. Propane, we're good. I definitely know that. Unexpected spending, I can't budget for that, or I can't put any money in here because I don't think that I'm going to do anything with that. Okay, so we have $1,120.78 left, and this is good. One thing that's coming up in the month of May is My car registration for one of our vehicles is due. I have $155 here in the available, so let's put in $100. $255 should be able to get us enough to register one car. The next one is due in June. So let's see. So yes, the expedition is $223, and I'm looking over here in the notes section. I did put it in there just so I know. So the expedition insurance is $223 per month, so $255 should be good. And the mini is due in June for $124. So we can figure out how to do the other one when it comes up later on in the month. Memberships. So I really want to do YNAB for a year. I really do want to do it for a year and kind of eliminate the monthly payments, but I'm not quite sure yet. Vacation, I'm torn with this one because I have $1,020.78 left. Let's just go back up to the top and see what else we could fund for now. Okay. You know what? I kind of just want to fund one main. So let's put $600 here. I do want to fund one main just in case I run into any other problems with it. So the top half of my budget, the fixed expenses, looks like we're good. Let's go down. Oh, after school. So I completely missed this one. So after school is going to need $20 for this week. All right. And the babysitter is going to need $220 for this week. Okay, so now that's $480. Support is going to need $263 for this. It's not even this week for $263. So I could have waited on that one. I could have waited on the support because that's not due until I could pay that next week because I tend to pay those right around my paychecks. So I can pull this one back for now and leave me with $480.78. Discover. What did I use? I did use Capital One number 2 to get gas. So I'm going to put an extra $100 to pay on my Capital One number 1 card. And I'm going to use, let's see. Let's go over here. So Famous Footwear I can pay off. Oh, so really what I need to pay, let's see, $1,272.12 is what is due. $860 of this money is what is I'm hoping that's going to come back from my insurance, my dental insurance. So $860, it's $412.12 to go to pay for my plane tickets, to pay off the amount for my plane tickets. So we only have $380.78. So you know what? I'm going to put $370.78 to Marcus. I think that's a safe bet. That is to clear up the payment. Wait a minute. What didn't I pay off? Oh, no. I'll wait for the Marcus. I did use my Capital One number 2 card to pay my internet and my cell phone. So let's go in and $299. So $299.82. Go back here. Let's see my recent moves. Capital One number 2. So let's undo this last move. Okay, so here we go. So I'm gonna do $299. What did I say? $299.82. Yes, $299.82 is the amount. So do $299.82. That's for my cell phone. So that's to Capital One number 2. Okay. So that's just to pay off for what I charged at the end of the month. And then there is $112.95. Okay, so I'm just going back and forth just to get the numbers. 112.95. So that's just to pay off the charge for the internet. Okay, so now I'm left with $68 and a penny. So what can I do with this $68 moving forward? Subscriptions. I didn't put anything in subscriptions yet. That is the only thing. So this $68, I'm just going to throw it into subscriptions for now because there are going to be some subscriptions coming out. I do know that I have on the 5th, I do have HP Inc. On the 8th, I will have my Peloton, and then YNAB will be coming up. So you guys, that's all of my tax money. Look how quickly that went, but I actually feel pretty good about this. So this is kind of getting me a little bit ahead. So when I do get my paycheck, I will feel a little bit better. So when I do get paid again, I'll just go back in and I will fund the fixed expenses for the second half of the month, and I'll fund everything else that I wasn't able to fund. But as you can see, there is a lot of things that I was able to put money towards. This is pretty good, you guys. I feel okay. So this rollover here, I'm gonna just put it into my sinking funds just to make things a little bit better. So you guys, this was my tax money. It came in right on time. You know what? Things are tough. Things are hard. Things come up. Life happens, but you just have to roll with it. So we're just gonna, stick to this part of the plan until we get paid, and then we could come back in and we can allocate the paychecks and see how far into the month it gets us. I really wanted to use this to put towards one main, just to knock the balance down a little bit. But as you can see, I have more important just monthly bills to take care of. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. You guys, so that's what it is. I appreciate you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to follow along with my journey and watch me, conquer this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye now.